All right, and we're back with Fun Football Podcast. We got a Packer panel tonight. I'm pretty excited. We're going to talk some draft, what we want from this draft. I went and did a bunch of draft research today. I've got a few trivia questions, but we can look at some patterns and kind of predict what we think is going to happen in the first 3 rounds. Maybe a mock draft and what we really want to see out of the Packers this season. And we'll hit that free agency, like the recap. But I'm going to go around. So obviously I'm Isaac with Fun Football Pod. Jason's here, Fun Football Pod. Jason, how you doing, dude?
All right, how are you?
Good, man. And I'm really excited. We got 2 new people. I'm going to start with Brian. Cheese Talk Pod, man. Tell everybody about your show and what you do, man.
My show is about Packers, number 1, sports and life. Huge basketball, football, baseball fan, sobriety fan. This November 1st, I'll be sober for 3 years. So just trying to help people that are on the edge with it can be hard, but this, so people know there's always somebody out there. Don't be afraid to speak up, and believe it or not, people that you think don't have your back have your back. So
I haven't openly talked about it, but I've got a lot of not me personally, but my got a lot of immediate family members who are still struggling with it, to be honest, and have struggled with it. Ex-wife. It's man, it's good for you, dude. That's really tough. A lot of people never beat that.
Take control of your own life, and you can make good, clean, sober decisions. Is the best thing to do.
I agree, man. Well, where can people, really quick, we'll do it again at the end, but where can people find you?
At Cheese Talk _pod on Twitter, YouTube. I don't know my handle, but I'm on YouTube. That's one thing I forgot to write down.
Throw it in the chat. No, you're good.
That's exactly what I did.
I follow you.
I think it's Cheese. I think it's Cheese Talk. Cheese Talk Podcast at Cheese Talk Podcast under Brian Rago.
Okay, I'll throw it in the chat. I'll find it in a minute when everyone's going. I'm on my work computer. I actually don't know if I double subscribe to you. I've got like 4 alt accounts, so I'll subscribe to you another one.
Don't worry, guys. I'm in my basement, but I'm not in my parents' basement. And I'm in my basement, so just so you guys know.
Hey, Isaac.
Okay, and we got another newcomer, and then Mary Landry, dude. Tell everybody about yourself and your show, man.
Yeah, man. I'm a host of Cheeseheads Weekly. So started about a little over a year ago, pretty much a Packers only podcast. And big fan of the Packers, pretty much. The NFL is my main sport to follow, I guess, and but big sports fan overall. And I've had a lot of fun talking Packers.
Dude, you've been at this longer than me. I started just over 6 months ago, and I took a month break in there. Awesome, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I've looked at that specific hoodie that you're wearing. You might see me in it this fall. I'm thinking about getting that one.
Okay.
I was looking at it for my birthday recently.
Nice.
All right, and then Mary's got some cool. Oh wait, actually, really quick. Where can everybody? Where's your content? Where can everybody find it?
You can find me just about anywhere. I do have a website, greatcove.net/cheeseheads. And also you can find me on X at cheeseheads_W. I'm also post some clips, reels, whatever, on TikTok, my Facebook page and Instagram at cheeseheads_weekly. And basically the show is available about everywhere you can get podcasts, not including Amazon Music. And I'm on YouTube as well at cheeseheads_weekly.
I'm thinking about delving back into the audio arena. That's actually where I started too. So, well, thanks for coming on, dude. All right, Mary, why are you struggling?
Oh no, wait. Did you not see the comment in Facebook?
No, I can only see the ones here.
I'm rating you secretly.
Oh wait, I see it. Look at that. She's commenting while she's on the show. You gotta love it.
Okay, I got
Chelsea. This. Chelsea's here too. Thank you. Justin's here. My student's here. And if we do a show Friday night, this guy, I want to have him on very soon. Peter Russell. We might be changing the format for Friday's show, but he's going to be on soon. Mary, do you have some cool news you want to share with everybody?
Are you talking about the shows that we just talked about? There's
Yeah.
so many coming up, bro. You know this.
Are you having Tom Grossi? No.
Oh,
Never.
that's where we're starting. Okay, I was going to start with Maze first. Yeah. Okay, so you guys will hear this soon, but we should probably announce this again. Isaac and I both decided that we're starting the NFL draft next week, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Part 1. Part 2 is in May. We are having the one and the only urinating tree coming on the show. I think June we're taking off officially for mac and cheese because it's very hectic. Too many shows in 1 week. It's gonna be. And then July, NFL fan of the year, new Tom Grossi expert. It's not me anymore. Isaac is taking over for me for Tom Grossi expert now.
Jason's turned me on to some of his videos and you did. So
ouch. And you guys can find us anywhere at Mac Podcast 365. And I'm only struggling today because today has been a fun conversation with men. And there's inside jokes like potato water and poutine.
You're gonna have to explain that.
Wisconsin.
You're gonna have to explain that one later.
All
right. Okay.
It's not your podcast appropriate is the thing for that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so after the show. Okay, so I want to start with I want to hit some of the free agency stuff, but with the draft next week, and us picking up Xavier McKinney, I'm curious. We're gonna go around roundtable style, and then I've got some draft history I looked up today and over the last week to get ready for this. And Landry, I've both of y'all shows, but Landry, I've loved your draft stuff. So I got some questions. What position would you guys like the Packers? The problem is it could shake up any which way. We could like sit here and predict every pick, but what positions I want to go around and everybody will have a turn. I'll go last on this one. What position do you most want to see the Packers draft in the first round? If you're kind of like tied or you got 2 or 3 you'd be happy with, let's say like top 3. Landry, you want to start on this one?
So you're saying players or positions?
Dude, if you got specific players, that's awesome because I do too. But positions, and if you want to name some players, that's great.
As far as positions goes, I would probably say it's pretty close between linebacker and safety for number 1. They did add McKinney, but you're gonna
not a quarterback.
They need a lot of work yet. McKinney's basically the only guy that I want to see starting next year. So definitely need some help at safety and linebacker. And after that, it's kind of a toss-up. I know a lot of people would say offensive line. They definitely could use some depth there, but I don't think their starters are in too bad of shape right now. We're going to need a Josh Myers replacement, but they're also just very good at drafting and developing day 3 of the draft, and don't pick a ton of offensive linemen in the first round. So we'll see where that goes. And I do think they could use another corner with some of the injuries we've seen. We don't know if Eric Stokes is it yet, although I'm not ready to give up on him. I don't think the Packers are either, and definitely still a big fan of Eric Stokes. If he can stay healthy, hopefully get back to what he was doing his rookie year, that would be fantastic. Those are kind of my top 3 or 4-ish, I guess.
No, I like it. And my trivia question kind of leads into what you're saying. And I had to look this up. I honestly didn't know. I kind of thought it might even further back. How long do y'all think it's been since we picked? And Jason, you're not allowed to answer. I told you. When was the last time we picked an offensive lineman in the first round? Does anybody know?
Derek Sherrod.
I was going to say, I saw it earlier when I was doing my research.
Derek Sherrod?
It was Brian Balaga in the 2010 draft. So it's been 14 years since we've done it. And I agree with you, Landry, man. There's too much at secondary. Unless Cooper DeJean and Kool-Aid are gone and Wiggins, I think that's where we should hit it too. Because who's our other safety right now? Is Rudy? We haven't even re-signed Rudy.
I have a scenario on that. I think they're going to wait till it gets closer to the draft. see what they get in the draft. And I think they're going to either bring in Simmons or Ford.
Gosh.
Pair up with
If they
McKinney.
don't get Justin Simmons, guys, if they don't draft a safety and they get Simmons, or even if they draft a safety and pick up Simmons for like a 2-year deal, the guy was a Pro Bowler last year.
Yeah, but Rudy Ford might be cheaper, and he was one of the better coverage safeties in the NFL last year. So I mean,
He was
I'd rather
solid.
pay less money to have money go elsewhere than pay Simmons a bunch of money for something you can get out of Rudy Ford.
I
Exactly.
wonder how
heard-
cheap you could get him for now. Do you think we could get, like, I was starting to think it'd have to be a $10 million deal, but the fact that no one signed him because of his age, I think is the biggest part. Maybe we could get him on a $6 or $7 million deal, like with
Yeah.
a bunch of incentives.
And he might
Maybe.
want to come back and play with the defense. He knows he knows what's here. And they added McKinney. I mean,
We're going to
kid's
be
24
a playoff
years
team.
old.
He's
Absolutely.
going to be in a better spot than Denver. I like that scenario, man, because I don't know if you saw it, but I made a video just on signing Justin Simmons 2 weeks ago. I've been on this for 2 weeks. I've been wanting it, and no one signed the guy. I like that.
I think the value goes down as it gets closer to the draft. And once the draft is done, I think you bring him home.
I
I
think
heard
you might be able to get him
Pittsburgh.
for $5. You might be able to get him for a base salary at $5 or lower. If all these safeties go and there's not as much of a need for him, the demand's going to go down. I agree with
Yeah.
you. Well, Brian, really quick, and then we'll go to Jason, then Mary. Brian, who would you like? What position would you like to see them hit in the first round?
If it's not tackle, I want Kool-Aid from Alabama
He's one of my favorite players.
because he's versatile. Eric Stokes, if he can come back 100%, I've been saying if he gets burned on defense, he has the speed to make up and recover quick. He's quick. I've always liked defense, but I think Jordan Love is special, and we got to keep him on his feet. So I would draft Troy Fatanu out of Washington as the offensive lineman, just because Bakhtiari's gone, and that's his backside. You want to keep at least his blind side blocked good, and I think he'd be the offensive lineman to draft in the first round.
You know, I was shocked by this when I looked up Walker. A lot of people are down on him because of his run blocking, but I was surprised when I looked up his pass blocking. His rush pass win rate. I looked it up on a few different sites. He was by some metrics, he was the second best pass blocking left tackle in football last year. But like most of our line, our run blocking was terrible. So I think that's why. And we lost 2 tackles, and we lost Runyon. So we've got who was a little underrated, but he was probably, the one he'd let go. So I think they're definitely going to hit it. I just don't know when. What was y'all's? And Landry hit the Eric Stokes point, which I liked because he's been.
I
so
like
injured.
Stokes.
If he can stay healthy.
Right.
Right.
The funny thing is, my biggest question mark in our secondary right now for me is Corey Valentine. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but he was a late round pick that is massively exceeded expectations last year, kind of like Wicks. Do you guys see a place for him starting or as a nickel corner for us?
I see him as nickel. I could see him coming in as nickel. I mean, you got Kenny Clark on the line, who's a leader. You have Jair in the cornerback, who's a leader, and you have McKinney, who's going to come in. I mean, nothing but a bunch of dogs. I mean,
Right.
I think your play reflects off of what you're around, and I think for a young guy like Valentine being around that, it's going to rub off on him, and he's just going to, be like a Sammy Shields from the past. I think he's going to be that type of player. Hopefully, he is.
I agree. I hope so. So you wanted Fatanu, Landry. You wanted secondary linebacker. I'm curious if they'll pull the trigger on Edgerrin Cooper at 25. I'm hoping he's there at 41. Jason, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a safety. Like I stated in a few videos already with you, Isaac, I think the Packers are going defense at 25. And one of their biggest needs is safety. And, and I did, collaborate with, thinking that the Packers also could sign Rudy Ford if they don't get a safety in the first round or even in the draft. And even touching on the Simmons comments, I heard Justin Simmons was speaking to the Pittsburgh Steelers like 3-4 days ago,
I did
Yeah.
too.
but I don't know. But I don't know if he signed. But
No.
bringing
Not
in
that I
Rudy
saw.
Ford, bringing back Rudy Ford will help because he knows the guys. He already knows the guy he's playing with. You know,
Right.
he may not know this defense system right now, but you know he'll learn it. But I think they'll go for if Cooper DeJean's there or if Kool-Aid's there, they're going to have to trade for these guys. Goody is going to surprise everybody and trade up. Everyone's saying that he's going to trade back, but I think he's going to trade up because I think he wants either DeJean or Kool-Aid. He's going to get one of those two guys, and we got 11 draft picks, so he's going to trade some of them picks just to get up there, and so I think they're going to either get Kool-Aid or they're going to get DeJean. They need linebacker to go with Quay, so I think they're going to go after Cooper. They're high on Cooper. So, and then offensive linemen, I think they'll get too, but as we stated in field videos, that he with Powers Johnson, that his stock has fallen, that he's going to drop probably to the top second round.
Yeah.
And if he drops to Green Bay could pick him.
Yep.
I like it. Mary, any thoughts on who what position you want to see? I know one of your favorite players.
I don't know which one because I changed it today. I literally changed all of them for you because of that reason, Isaac. I knew you would go to that. So recently I said the Packers would need a safety or a quarterback. It's actually a different wide receiver. It's not the one that you're thinking of. I changed him out. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking either Kool-Aid or DeJean. One of your favorites. Or Cooper.
Cooper, he reminds me. I don't want Josh Jackson 2.0, and that's why I see in him.
Okay.
I mean, when you get someone on who's playing 1-on-1 with receivers, and look at the Big Ten versus the SEC. Look at the competition change. I would much rather have Kool-Aid than have Cooper. But that's just me.
What's funny is I think if we're drafting Cooper DeJean to be safety, I think it might pan. But when I want to get Landry's thoughts on this too. When I was watching Kool-Aid, I was getting some shades of Charles Woodson, and to run a 4.47 with a bone fracture in your foot is that's a good speed anyways.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's probably faster, I know he wasn't even the best corner on his team. Like he's not even the highest ranked corner on his team, but I think he'd fit in for us really well. My only concern is that we don't have anybody. We don't have anybody at free safety right now, unless we sign Justin Simmons. Unless they're planning to roll out Rudy Ford, but I don't even think we re-signed him. So right now, there's no plan at free safety. So I do want them to draft a safety.
There's a plan. There's a plan out there. It just has to come. It just has to pan out. Trust me, they have a plan.
I think it has to we haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, they have a plan.
It's like
I agree.
Yeah, they're not going to roll out a fan like me or something at free safety. They're going to draft somebody. And Hafley in his press conference, I've already said this, but he talked about how important safety was, and then you saw us go address it in free agency, which was awesome. So you can see that there's a vision, even if this guy isn't the right guy. At least him, and I think he's going to be a good defensive coordinator. I hope. I like what I've seen so far, but safety is important to him, and I think we're going to go land a free safety. I think it's going to be more likely in round 2 or 3 if it's not DeJean. I have Kool-Aid ranked slightly higher. Landry, what was your thought on it? Between if let's say Kool-Aid and Cooper DeJean are both there, who would you rather they take?
That is a pretty tough question. As far as Kool-Aid goes, his RAS score is a little bit low for what the Packers would normally draft in the first round. Normally they go 8 or above, and that's not exactly, I'm sure the Packers don't use the RAS score specifically. I'm sure they have their own thresholds that they go by, but
yeah,
if we're just looking at it from our perspective, they draft a lot of guys that are 8 or above as far as the RAS score goes. And Kool-Aid is below that. Now, again, his it's a little bit incomplete, and he was testing through that Jones fracture as well, which certainly I would think would make a difference, regardless of his knowing about it at the time. So it's hard to tell whether they would view him as a potential target in the first round. My guess is they do, and it depends on who is on the board. I'm not sure if they would pick DeJean over him or not. DeJean, I'm not sure plays quite as much of a premium position because I think profiles best as a safety or maybe a slot corner. And I think it's possible. It certainly is possible that he works out as an outside corner. I'm not sure that's ultimately what he is. And so I'm not sure that he's quite the perfect fit that we've maybe made him out to be for the Packers. So as far as who I'd rather have,
Could be true. Honestly.
I'd probably go Cooper DeJean just because he's versatile and he's just a really fun player. He's more athletic. So I think he has a higher ceiling than Kool-Aid does. But again, Kool-Aid plays that premium position for the Packers. And so they definitely could go that direction as well.
What if, let's say we drafted Kool-Aid and then I did a mock draft for the 9th round. I got Tyke Smith out of Georgia. Even before that, Kinchins was available too, from Miami.
Right.
I mean, safety, if you can't get him right away, you can always try to get him later rounds or in undrafted free agents. You got to start on one side. That's a good start. You can always build off of that with younger guys.
I do like the safeties in day 2 of the draft. Cole Bishop
Right.
is a guy I'm a fan of, among
Not
others.
a fan of
so
Newman, are you?
I'm not, no.
It's so
the
funny
RAS
because
score.
that RAS score is such a huge thing for the Packers. But when I'm watching these guys on tape, I'm like, man, I hope that's not the only thing they look at because I think there's a lot more to it than that. I was a fan of Newman, but I know based on the RAS score, I actually think if they do go offensive tackle, it's going to be Tyler Guyton. My hope is that we go Kool-Aid personally, because my big question mark on the Packers defense, other than Eric Stokes, is our other injury-prone corner, Jair Alexander, who's either wildly healthy or wildly just not available. That's
This
been his career.
offseason, they had him down at UW-Madison getting checked out for their hamstrings. Like they're innovating. They got rid of the whole training staff. They're taking this shit seriously.
Right.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay, well, we kind of led into it. You know what? Why don't we what if you guys have any favorites day 2 or day 3 guys, let's do that. And then I got a couple trivia questions for y'all. And then I kind of want to talk what we did on the offseason. We've already hit the Xavier McKinney thing. Yeah. So we'll hit that, and I've got some other fun ideas for us. I'm hoping Mad hops on. He's probably wrapping his show in a minute here. Okay, Peter had a couple questions. I want to have both. Really quick, we'll hit this one. There's a specific player I wanted y'all's opinion on, Isaac Valent. Like how you threw my name in. What do y'all think of Vaki? I think I'm spelling that right. That'd be a late round.
Yeah.
He'd probably be a 5th rounder is where I'm seeing him projected. It's like the earliest he would probably go is day 4. But what I think is going to happen in this draft, guys, is we think some of these guys are going to fall. And I think teams are going to go crazy on a couple of positions in this draft, like in the first round. I think so. I like Vaki. I'm hoping he wouldn't be the first safety we take. I'd really like to get one by the 3rd round or 4th at the latest. So I like Vaki for depth. I'm more of an Oladapo guy later. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of him. But what's your all's thoughts on Vaki? He was a late round safety. Had you guys done any scouting on him? He's like a 5th round safety. I don't know his
what school?
Ooh, that is.
What college was he at?
I gotta check that out. He was at. I'm not the Google.
Come on, Peter. Answer the question for us.
Utah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Is it
Utah.
Vaki or Laki?
Peter knew that. No, it's Vaki. It's
Vaki.
VAKI. Yeah, he's like, and I've done 10 Packers mocks I've released and like 4 or 5 others. And the earliest I saw him go was 5th. So that's a mock draft though. So I think there's a couple positions that aren't going to have as much depth as we think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Landry, did you get that far on scouting on safety?
I did not know.
No, I mean, he's a guy I did a little bit of tape on, but I didn't get into the fits. My mock draft I'm doing is rounds 1 through 3. So some of these late round guys, I like some of the sleepers that I scouted. When I looked at him, I saw a depth safety, not a guy I'd want starting. But that's just for me. But what we're going to play, we might need 3 safeties playing a lot of the time. I think there's a good chance we're going to be doing that. So that was why I liked Oladapo better. He's somebody the Packers they did scouting on. They've done a bunch of pre-draft visits, and I think he was one of them. So
Yeah, I think I did see
heard,
that.
I hadn't heard any pre-draft visits on Vaki though. So yeah. Okay, really quick. That was a good question, Peter. Day 2 or day 3, is there any positions that you guys absolutely, so based on what you said in the first round, what would you love to see them get? We've got 4 picks. We had 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks, and my first round, I really want to see Kool-Aid. I'd prefer to wait on offensive tackle, like I said, but I have a
D
feeling,
tackle.
dude, if we get a D tackle, that's what my dad
Chris
said.
Jenkins.
I mean, honestly,
Big
I think
fan.
I think it's more likely we pick a D tackle in the first round than an offensive tackle. There's 2 defensive tackles, and unless they're both gone, which I don't think is going to happen, even though it's a premium position, I think people are going to go heavy on quarterback in this draft. I think 5 quarterbacks are going to go in the top 20. I'm calling it. I think Penix and Bo Nix are going to go. I don't think the Raiders and I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to let them go, or Minnesota.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And you've got 6-7 teams in the top 15 that need a quarterback. They're going to reach. Receivers are going to go early. Brian Thomas Jr., he won't slip past 20, and he'll be the 4th or 5th receiver to go. And
I think we need
wild receiver or somebody that nobody heard of in the 3rd round that'll go in the 1st. It happens.
I think defensive tackle is huge. We need to get a rotation and keep our guys fresh. Kenny Clark ain't getting any younger. And I think we got to put Rashawn Gary on the edge down in the 3-point stance every once in a while, just like he was in Michigan.
Don't forget it.
Because, I mean, that made a huge impact. And
we're running a 4-3, so we got to get another defensive tackle. If we want this run D to get better, we got to improve it at inside linebacker. I'd like to move Quay to outside or when we run a 4-2-5. He can be that off-ball linebacker. I think
Engelbar is hurt, too.
And Ibari.
So that's why if we can get Edger and Cooper and put Quay on that off-ball spot, I think that'll make our defense better when we run the 4-2-5. And even when we run 4-3, I think Quay will be better and be a starter for us on the outside, personally. But we got to get another. So my problem is we got 4 defensive line spots. We got Kenny Clark. We can either move Preston Smith or Gary to this spot. And I see Slayton as a starter, but we got to get that other guy. I don't think Carl Brooks may be it, but I think we could improve on that spot. And I haven't seen anything from Wyatt yet, so I'm waiting.
I have.
Yeah, I have too.
Did you love him last year?
He's gotten penetration. He's blocked people up. He's helped out the defense for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think he's a starter?
He's coming along. Wyatt's coming along.
I'm hoping it's more than a rotational piece, is what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I think he's a starter. Absolutely.
Do you guys think he's a starter in the middle or on end?
Probably in the middle. He's a bigger boy.
Well, he's
take
slimmed down,
up room.
though. He's slimmed
That's
down
my
a
hope.
lot. If you guys seen pictures of him today, Packers posted like social media from their offseason.
Oh, the workouts?
Yeah, and he's like slimmed down quite a bit.
Interesting.
Clayton from Packers until whatever it is, said defensive edge for him because of how much weight possibly.
Yeah, they might be doing a position change for him
Yeah.
to make.
That's what I heard about on the offensive line. I heard that we were going to move Zach Tom from right tackle. Did you guys see this?
I saw
It's,
that.
Yeah.
it's I'm reading from my
To
point, but
center.
since we're on the line thing, I'd heard, and Jason was talking to me about this. Jason brought this up. And then I was looking this up. So we're thinking about moving Zach Tom, Jason, right, to center, and then Myers possibly out to right. Why are we flip-flopping those two? That seems weird.
Yeah.
Is Myers
They're
taller?
just trying to see. I don't know.
Might be
They're just
size.
trying to see what fits. But they also said that Zach Town could be a Hall of Fame center,
Yeah.
better
I
than
did see that
where the
comment.
position where he was playing. So I think they're going to switch there. I do think they're going offensive lineman. I do at some point. But I just don't think
Yeah.
it's the first round. I just don't. I think it's defense. I think they're going defense mostly this draft. But
So,
I
Jason,
also
what do
think
you want-
in the
what do you
later,
want in the second?
well, in the second round, I think they'll end up getting a running back. As long as Braylon Allen's there, I think they'll take Braylon Allen. He was one of the 30 guys that came in.
In the second
yeah.
or the
And
third?
day two.
Oh, it's a gamble, man. That's a tough
Yeah.
one. All right, so
Could you
Braylon
imagine
Allen.
taking on Jacobs, then Dillon, then Allen?
Oh God, I like this kid.
I wouldn't come out of the locker room at halftime. I'd stay in there crying.
Somebody said we were sleeping on Wilson, but I was like, well, let's see what the kid's got. But Dillon, I was surprised we brought Dillon back. If you had
What?
told me that we were going to let go of, between Aaron Jones and Dillon, we were going to keep Dillon and then sign
Well,
Josh
we-
Jacobs in the free.
we
free
didn't
agency,
keep
I would've told
him.
you You're crazy.
He came back on a hometown discount. He knows the offense. He's a good blocker.
He is a
You
good
know?
blocker.
Put him at halfback. Put him at fullback. That's what kept
That's
me
what they're
on.
thinking about doing.
You know,
That's what they're thinking about doing. Putting him at fullback.
that
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
Remember when they played the Titans at Lambeau and he had an awesome game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was his last.
Yeah.
That was one of his last. And my
That
problem
was a
is
snow game. That was in 2020.
last year. I was
Mm-hmm.
I was on Packers Without Borders, and we were talking about this, and he just didn't seem as engaged last year. And I think he's not being used the way he wants. He's not getting the lion's share of the carries.
Yeah.
But the problem is when Aaron Jones was out, he didn't. We really needed a stable running game this year, and I think you can blame a lot of it on blocking, but he didn't look like he had the same burst to me this year running the ball, just running the ball.
He had an ankle problem, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had a broken hand. So I mean, it's he'd be another team's first running back, RB1. Some teams, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, the Cowboys would have loved to have him. They don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
a running back. But
Yeah.
when it wasn't just the yards per carry, Brian. Like he started his career average at almost 5, went down to 4, and then last year, and I know our run blocking wasn't great, but Aaron Jones made it work late in the season, and part of it was the line gelling. But Aaron Jones,
Except for his
when he
fumbles.
ripped off 500-yard games, Dillon was down to 3.4.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we going to see a resurgence, or is it going to continue to? It's going to be interesting. This is a big deal for him because if he has another season like last year, I think a lot of teams see the potential with size, with the strength, and then it's just, I don't know. It hasn't fully come to fruition for me with this guy. I love the glimpses I saw the first 2 seasons. I've been a little disappointed the last 2 seasons. So
Yeah.
I know that's why I'm thinking. That's for me why I'm thinking that's one of the spots on our roster. I'm thinking we could improve in this draft because I love Braylon Allen. And
And maybe
if we went and
you
got
think
Jonathan for him, I like these
I wonder
guys.
if his first 2 seasons was due to the fact that we had Aaron Rodgers as quarterback and people knew what he was capable of passing the ball, so it opened up the run. And now that they see what Jordan Love has, it might do that for Dillon again this next season.
And I think that's why Josh Jacobs is going to do well because part of the reason he didn't show up to training camp. And who did he have throwing the ball last year? The shell of Jimmy Garoppolo and then Aiden O'Connell. It was one of the worst passing attacks in the league. It was awful.
Yeah.
It was bad. It really was.
He don't have a passing or receiving touchdown with the Raiders. They didn't use him like that. Not only that, the Raiders didn't have an offensive line.
Right.
So I mean, and yet last year he came in, not fit, and so I mean, he was just catching up to everything during the whole season when he came in.
This has been Josh Jacobs' career. That's why I'm like, we're due for an up season. My only concern is and I'd love to keep this dude fresh and get all 4 years out of him, if possible. He's only 26, So I'm thinking if we draft a young running back, or if Dylan can have a resurgence, or both, because we used to have a three-headed monster running back, and I loved it. When we had Aaron Jones, Dylan, and Jamal Williams, and they were all getting touches, it was great. I'd be down for that. I know we paid Josh Jacobs to be the workhorse, but if we can keep him a little fresh and keep his touches from like 25, and I know you love it in fantasy, I do too, because I play fantasy football, but if we can get him down from 25 touches to in that 12 to 15 range, 10 to 15, and draft a kid in the second or third round and have AJ Dillon, I think that'd be great. Landry, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah. I think Jacobs is going to have a pretty good season here, and they've already talked about using him in the receiving game. I see Justin here in the comments says Jacobs gets at least 3 touchdown catches this year.
I hope so.
For sure.
He said rip Monte Davis too. He said retire at halftime. He was really harsh on Dylan. And Peter had to bounce. He messaged me. He's got tornado warnings, it sounds like.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Isaac,
I'm like, where
do you
are
want
you
me to
at,
say my
man?
pick?
I'm in Texas. Like, we get those a lot here.
Do you want me to say my picks finally? Because you skipped me again.
We
like,
never even
Sunday.
got, like, we kind of diverged there
I
a little bit. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I did some research while you guys were talking about Zach Tom and Josh Myers. So Myers is 6'5" and weighs 310 pounds. Zach Tom is 6'4" and weighs 304 pounds. So
Yeah, I thought they were similar. I knew they were both. Yeah.
yeah,
So
I
they're
just
pretty
looked it up.
close, man.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if they want to get. Do you guys think the reason why they want to move Zach Tom inside is because he's probably, other than Ellen Jenkins, he's our best lineman, and they want to get. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't make sense to me because right tackle is such an important position for in the
Right.
run game. Center is though too. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Because that was the big thing that came out this week about the Packers, and I was shocked.
Mhm.
No.
And then, hey Isaac, are you ready for this new wide receiver? I did some more research.
Oh yeah, who you got? Is it a late round guy or an early guy?
Yes, late a 6th round, like the other one.
Ooh, okay.
It's Anthony
6th
Gold.
round.
Anthony Gold is a slot receiver. His comparison
You're
is
gonna have to tell me about him. I honestly like
I wrote down
6
all-
rounders.
Yep, I wrote down all the notes I can find. His comparison is Isaiah McKenzie. Isaiah
Okay.
played for the Bills. Is predicted to be a 6th round to an undrafted free agency, which we know do usually late round wide receivers. He has an 8.84 RAS score, so it's kind of in the Packers likes, but it's undersized wide receiver and can also play returner like Flournoy and from Oregon State as well.
Interesting.
What's up, Matt?
And we like these late round receivers, so I think if we take a receiver, it's going to be late. It's
Mhm.
interesting. My position, I kind of said it already, but if we in the second round, I agree with Jason. I want Braylon Allen, and if his stock looks like he's going to be higher, then I'd prefer to do it. But I'm going to be honest, guys. I kind of said this earlier, but I'd really like to either hit defensive tackle, or I'd like to wait on offensive line for the 3rd round. And if we go corner in the 1st, I'd really like to go get Edgerrin Cooper. And I'd like to hit every level. Let's go get an edge rusher or a defensive tackle. Let's hit every level of this defense. Let's go get a corner and we need a safety, but I'm kind of with Brian's little stealth. Let's go sign a Justin Simmons. I like that. Get a safety later, like an Oladapo. And while I love Newbin and there's some safeties, maybe we get one in the 3rd round. Let's go. Thanks, Matt. I saw your comment. Let's go. Let's go. We need a defensive lineman. Let's go linebacker after corner. Let's go corner first, linebacker, defensive tackle, or edge. I'm going to mix it up. I want to hit every level of this defense. Let's hit those 3. We can go sign Justin Simmons and hit safety later on. I'm pivoting. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Nice.
Do it.
So,
Matt,
okay.
do you-
Med, we are talking Packers draft. Hello. Did you
Hello.
just do a show or something? No.
I did.
I liked your NBA talk too. Okay, so I know we're 40 minutes in. Again, I hadn't said this all show. Thanks everybody watching. So Med, this is we got some new people. You obviously know Jason and Mary. Guys, and everybody watching knows Med, but Med, this is Brian and Landry. Both It's like you're with 5 Packer fans or something.
I know.
Is this
With all your-
Poke the Bear podcast? I mean,
This is the
No.
Packers and the Bear.
Oh, man.
And we're having fun, dude. We've really dived deep into the draft stuff. So I want to get your thoughts, okay?
Mhm.
I know you're a Bears fan, but for the Packers, we were
No,
just
man,
hitting the
we've
first
been
and
we've been
second
ripping the Bears for 40 straight minutes right now.
hey,
round.
if you would have heard me the past hour, I was ripping the Bears as well in some things, but I'm real. What you got?
Well, dude, I know you don't love Caleb, but if he ends up being half as good as some people think he could be, this will be interesting for you guys because you're going Caleb. It'd be the shock of the year if they don't take Caleb Williams. So I want to get your Bears thoughts too. We'll do Packers since we're on it right now. And then
You do
I want to
Packers.
get your Bears thoughts.
I'll talk about the Packers.
What do you want? What do you think would be the best case scenario for the Packers in their first 3 picks? They got 2 second-round picks. They've got pick 25, 41, and 58. What do you think would be the best 3 positions they could hit? And if you've got some names, throw them in.
I personally think that y'all really need to just rebuild y'all's defense more than anything. Trevonde Sweat from Texas would actually be a really good defensive tackle to actually solidify the middle of your defensive line. You want to have someone that could actually hold the middle. I mean, the biggest problem that y'all had was stopping the run up the middle, unless it was us.
You guys forgot how to run the ball those days. It was the weirdest thing.
I don't get it. It's just when we play y'all for some reason, it's like, oh, we can't run now.
And you guys were looking great. I was actually worried about the Week 18 game. And then what happened?
I don't
It was Bears, man. I don't understand y'all against us. It's weird.
I don't understand us. But as far as like your first pick and everything, I know that of course Cooper DeJean is one of the people that you see a lot of people really look at as far as he goes. He could fit at corner, he could go at safety, but you also just got McKinney. So I don't know if that's going to be something that y'all do. I've always been someone that is really big on the pass rush. Darius Robinson would be someone that you could probably get from Mizzou. You also Cameron Kitchens, a lot of people from Miami would be a good pickup at safety. He has someone there that he could actually play alongside that is a veteran. And I just really think that really defense, Peyton Wilson from NC State would be
Yeah, he's like my, if you're not counting edge guys, he's my second or third favorite linebacker. If his health checks out, he could be.
What do you guys think of Chris Braswell from Alabama?
I actually really like him. Initially, when I started these mocks, he was projecting at the end of the first. Now he's a guy I'm thinking that we could land at. I think he'll be there 41. He might fall to 58, Brian.
I think that pick up.
If he was there at 58, I'd be so happy. If we took him at 41, I'd be like, it's a little high, but I wouldn't be that upset because if we're being honest here, our pass rush wasn't blowing people away last year. We could make an improvement there. It was really Rashawn Gary or some occasional Preston Smith flashes or a Van Ness sighting. There wasn't a ton else. Kenny Clark was the only other consistent pass rusher we had. We could definitely improve there. That is something the elite defenses, almost all of them have. We could definitely beef up there. Landry, what are your thoughts on Chris Braswell?
I have not scouted him a lot, but I agree with your comment about pass rushers. That's definitely a very important position, and the Packers have shown that they value the position as well. So wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yep.
Jason, what do you think?
Well, I don't know anything about this guy, so
Alabama. Honestly, my favorite.
Yeah, he's an Alabama guy.
Go watch some Kool-Aid McKinstry highlights or Terrion Arnold. On some of them, it's Braswell wrecking the play. That's why they got the pick. You can literally. That's my favorite thing is you can watch either those guys' highlights or their tape, and on every fourth or fifth play, but there's a few where Braswell wrecked the play, and that's why the guy got the interception. He doesn't look like he's not on the level of like a Latu or a Verse or Chop Robinson, or he's closer to Darius Robinson level. But he's going to be a day 2 pick for sure. I don't think he'll skip to day 3. Maybe. I doubt it.
Nah, he ain't gonna be at day 3.
I don't think so. I think he goes, Matt, what do you think? Probably by what? 55 at the latest, I would think. Don't you think? Like if he was there at 58.
I would say second, middle second.
Yeah.
I think most average draft positions right now with most mocks, he's going in at about 51. So he should still be there by the time y'all get back around.
Sounds good. Mary, you've seen me pick Braswell. You haven't? Do you like him, or do you think we need to improve our pass rush?
I have not watched his film either.
You guys go check him out. Honestly, I was impressed with this kid. He was one of the first guys I scouted because people kept bringing him up for the Packers. So
I just know his name because I kept seeing him on your mocks, which I'm still mad at you for choosing the wrong players, Isaac.
I did great. The 10.0 mock was amazing.
I really like
Max,
Cedric Gray. I really love Cedric Gray for the Packers.
Cedric Gray would be great. I'm a big fan of him.
Ugh.
Okay, wait. I got a fun topic, and then we have to let the bear talk Bears.
God.
Oh,
Okay, is there a position? Is there any position other than quarterback? I'm gonna just get away from the audience. Is there a position that you absolutely do not want the Packers to pick in rounds 1, 2, or 3? I will go last. Jason, why don't you start this one?
Receiver. I don't think they should go receiver for any of those rounds. I think they'll go receiver late round. I think they are going to add one though.
So even if Brian
Don't know
Thomas
who.
Jr. falls to 25, you don't know? No.
No, they will not take him at 25. They're taking defense at 25. I'm pretty sure that they will take defense.
They
Mary,
would probably
any-
trade down before they took a receiver in the first round.
When was the last time they took a receiver in the first round?
wasn't it like
Ask Aaron
2002?
Rodgers.
Yeah,
Wasn't it like
Javon Walker,
Yeah.
2002.
Oh, close enough.
It's been
What?
a minute. 2002.
Yeah.
I was in 8th grade. It's been a minute. I
How
was the same
close?
grade as the kids I'm teaching. That's how long it's been. I remember,
Javon Walker from Florida State.
man, he was a beast. for a
Yeah,
hot
Javon
minute, too.
Walker.
That guy,
Oh, man.
he had a minute. He had a minute.
Okay, what was
Um,
the question?
So, Mary, what is there any positions other than quarterback? We're gonna get away from that because
Okay.
I'm not. Peter's not even here, so I'm not even gonna entertain that one.
Good.
Is there any positions you absolutely do not want the Packers to take in rounds 1, 2, or 3,
Okay.
other than the quarterback?
Punter.
Oh yeah, I didn't go special teams.
We just re-signed our one, so punter.
Good answer, Mary.
Yeah.
Hey, like it.
They just signed Waylon.
I didn't even think of special team. I wasn't even thinking kicker or punter. And then you're like punter. Okay. Wow. Brian, any positions you don't want in the first 3 rounds?
Receiver and tight end.
I completely agree with you guys. Unless
You can get him in
stupid-
undrafted. You know,
Dude, unless Brock freaking Browers is there or Brian Thomas, and they ain't gonna do it anyways. I'm with you. And Brock Bowers better go before us because the people messed up if he doesn't. Landry, any positions?
This may be somewhat of a hot take, but I don't think they should draft a running back day 1 or 2. I think they should wait till day 3.
What about round 3?
They should wait till day 3.
Okay.
Round 3,
I'm with you
it's
too, actually.
it's a possibility, and it was a possibility maybe before they signed Josh Jacobs and re-signed Dillon. But the fact that they have Jacobs and Dillon on for next
And-
year, it's not a
and
very pressing
Wilson.
need.
And Wilson.
Exactly, and
A
Wilson,
lot of people
and
like him.
we've
He showed
seen.
flashes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's flashed. I've heard rumors / reports that they like him.
Yeah.
And before they re-signed Dillon, there was a report that they were not expected to re-sign Dillon. And they did re-sign Dillon. But before that, it sounded like they were going to give Wilson every opportunity to earn the number 2 role. So, yeah, I don't think it's a pressing need. I think they can wait till next year or just use a day 3 guy to develop. And I mean, I am a fan of some of these guys. I'm not a huge Braylon Allen fan like you guys are.
Interesting.
ouch.
I'm afraid he might become AJ Dillon.
Yeah, ouch.
I'm not a huge fan of the bigger backs just because they tend to lack the home run speed and explosiveness. And
With Braylon, okay, here's a hot take. With Braylon Allen coming out of high school, he was recruited to Wisconsin as a linebacker or a safety, and he ended up playing running back at Wisconsin. So what if they drafted him and put him at like safety? There you go.
And the guy, I agree with you, Landry. The only thing was when the guy was 6 feet 240 and he ran a 4.4 flat, I was like, what? Because that's tantalizing. But
You know who
I
else
do
said
agree
that?
with you. There's not a lot of difference with these running backs. There's like
Yeah.
7 solid ones. I mean, estimate the only reason I'm all down on him, and I was wildly impressed when I watched it. The only thing with him was the breakaway speed, because it's not just 4.7. He just wasn't pulling away from people, but his running ability was exceptional. But there's not a lot of gap between the first 8 guys. Like, I think any of them could step in and be decent. But there's no, like, being honest, I didn't see a guy, and I don't think it's just because it's devalued. I didn't see anyone that I don't think is going to go in the top 12 like Gibbs did last year for Detroit. I don't see that happening. But I do see, but I will say this. I think there will be 1 or 2 that end up surprising. I don't know who they'll be. And I think they'll be excellent out of this draft class. I think a Marshawn Lloyd could be a sleeper. He's not even in my top 5, but I liked him. I think Trey Benson might end up being, it depends on their fits and where they go to. So, Med, you're not allowed to say quarterback.
I mean, Sam Hartman not playing. I actually agree with Landry with the fact on his take with Brian Allen. The main reason why is like when you're talking about 4.4 guy that's 240 pounds, you're basically talking about AJ Dillon when he did it when he was with Boston College as well. So he ran a 4.49, I believe. So you're basically just getting another AJ Dillon, which I already know you don't really care for. So, but
yeah, you know me. you were close, 4.53, but that is still really good speed. So
yeah. But I
that's
mean,
nice.
also you got to look at about the wear and tear that he had. I mean, they used him constantly, but receiver is what it is for me. I mean, y'all got tons of chemistry. Lord knows, I see it all the time with y'all's receiving core.
Oh, you enjoy our receivers?
And I actually like Kraft more than I like Musgrave.
Ooh, hot take.
And
Wow.
but I just think
was
he's
good for
more
last
complete. There's 2 plays against my Bears in which Musgrave could have had a touchdown if he didn't stop running. You know, it's just I just think that Kraft is more complete tight end, blocking wise and everything like that. But no, receiver, I mean, y'all got a Jim and Reed. You know, the rest of them are actually really Dobbs is good. Watkins, if he's healthy, is really good. I mean, y'all solid at receiver.
Whoa.
I love Wicks. He was a 5th rounder, and he wildly exceeded expectations last year. I have a feeling if Dobbs and Watson don't stay healthy, we're just going to watch Reed and Wicks emerge this year and maybe get a little Bo Melton in there too. But we'll see. Hopefully they do stay healthy.
I think Watson has a breakout year.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to give you a Bears corner because we got to let you talk Bears. I'm going to get my take on it too. Let's hit this, and then I want to get everybody's expectations for the season. But Med, now that we're so close to the draft, why don't you tell us what would be your dream scenario and what you think will actually happen with picks 1 and 9?
I think we already know what's going to happen with 1. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you already said that I'm not a huge guy on Caleb Williams. I'd rather have Jaden Daniels personally. I just think that he has a higher ceiling. I think that you look at the level of competition, you look at the massive step back that Caleb Williams had from his sophomore season. He tends to play a little bit of hero ball, but that's just me. But yeah, pretty much everyone says
during the show.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just with Caleb, it just seems like it's a foregone conclusion right now. So I just accept my fate and expect them to draft another quarterback in 4 more years. As far as the number 9 pick, I would like them. A lot of people are saying go with Roma Dunze. which would be a solid pick, especially with Keenan Allen and his injury history. I like the pickup of Keenan Allen. We do need some receivers, but it's a deep receiver draft in the top 3 rounds. So I think you can actually get someone like Troy Franklin or possibly Jermaine Burton, of course, from Alabama, would be a really solid pickup in like rounds 3, 4-ish. But with the 9th pick, I would actually go pass rusher, put someone on the opposite side of Montez Sweat. So that way, whenever your boy Jordan Love drops back to pass, he doesn't have to roll to the left away from Montez Sweat. And we can, hopefully be able to put pressure on the right-hand side as well.
Dallas Turner, maybe?
I don't know if he's going to fall that far because a lot of people are looking at him going to Atlanta. But if he does, that would be the dream scenario, is like you said. I would actually be happy with Latu or Jared Verse from Florida State.
Oh, I love all 3 of those guys. If there was, I've got all 3 of them in one of my Packer mocks, and I was like, dude, that's a freaking dream. While I absolutely love Kool-Aid. I do think there's going to be a pass rusher that falls to 25 or 30 because I think a bunch of teams, Med, you missed this. I said, I think Bo Nix and Penix are both going to go in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Denver or if the Vikings or the Raiders are going to be able to pass it up. They have to get a quarterback. I think one of those teams is going to go quarterback, and I don't think all 5 of those. Well, I mean 6. I think there's going to be 6 quarterbacks in the first round. I really do. Maybe even
That's
7.
a hot take.
Teams are desperate, man.
That is a
They're
hot
good
take.
at quarterback. I think DJ McCarthy. Somebody's going to trade it for him, and I do think.
I don't know why.
He's terrible.
I'm with you.
Thanks,
I'm
Brian.
a Michigan fan,
We agree.
and I don't think JJ McCarthy is going to be. I don't know how y'all feel about JJ McCarthy, but
You know how I feel about JJ.
Landry, Brian, Jason.
Is Janae
Are
watching
you
this?
guys JJ McCarthy fans? It's I loved him in Michigan.
For me,
I'm not a fan,
Well-
but I'm not a hater either.
I just don't
I
like
think
him.
he
The
would-
whole aura about him.
if he is as bad as you think he is, I think the Vikings should definitely pick him. I
Yeah,
do
for
think
sure.
the Vikings
Scrape both the picks.
have made moves that indicate that they will be trading up to pick JJ McCarthy, and I do think he's a pretty good Vikings pick. He seems like a Kirk Cousins type, maybe. Although I don't think he'll probably be as good as Kirk Cousins, but you never know. So I guess we'll see.
So here's my hot take for you guys. I want to get your all's reaction to this. Okay, here's my hot take. Here's my prediction. Caleb goes 1. Jaden Daniels goes 2. The Patriots don't mess this up. They go 3 and get Drake May. I think that they're going to consider trading out. The Cardinals are going to trade with Minnesota. Minnesota's going to move up to 4, get JJ McCarthy. That's going to push Marvin Harrison to pick 5 at least. The Giants are going to think about it. I think they're going to pass on Bo Nix or Penix, but I think they're going to think about it because they go draft a quarterback. They're going to be in the same situation they're in with Daniel Jones now, a mess. Brian was hitting that point earlier. You just let go of Saquon Barkley and McKinney. It's 2 of the best players on your roster. What are you left with? They have nothing at receiver. They're going to have to go Malik Neighbors or Marvin Harrison at 6. The Chargers, I think, are going to go receiver. They don't have one for Herbert. They let both of the receivers go, which was one of the weirdest moves of the offseason. I thought they would let a pass rusher go and a receiver because they had to pick 2 because of their salary cap mess. So I was shocked they decided, hey, let's not give Herbert any weapons. So they got to go get him a toy early. I think that's going to leave – I think Penix and Bo Nix are going to go 12 and 13. I really do. I'm just saying – I think at least one of them will. I think you're going to see 6 quarterbacks, at least 5 go in the first round. I think if one of those 2 guys falls, it'll be to the end of the first. But I
think the Vikings are gonna mess up the quarterback situation, and I think Justin Jefferson's gonna get pissed off and want to go team up with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati when he has the chance to. His college quarterback.
Dude,
it's gonna happen.
The Jefferson trade stuff is. That's an interesting little under storyline because if they don't get a quarterback for him,
he's gone.
And all those toys in Minnesota, I know Hawkinson's coming off an ACL, but you got a solid 3rd receiver and you got Addison, a budding star. Ooh. I love all you guys' comments during the show. I love this. So Med's hitting it, and then Mac and Cheese is hitting it, and then Cheesehead Weekly's hitting it.
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna have to get you a YouTube account, and Brian, everybody just rating the show while we're on the show. I love it.
No, Med took my joke. I was about to say that. No.
Justin.
Brian, I like your Jefferson take, man,
Moonshine
because I think
is from Wisconsin.
No.
And also, I think Justin Fields will take over as starter at halfway through the season in Pittsburgh.
oh, absolutely.
Big time.
Agreed.
I don't think they.
Big
Why
time.
would they do that if they believed in Russ? They don't.
Yeah, it's gonna happen though. You wait.
It doesn't Fields just feel like a Pittsburgh quarterback to me? It feels like a fit if you believe in him at all. And I think despite the trade that the price they got for him, I do think Fields started to show a little bit of potential last year. So who knows? Maybe Pittsburgh's got to surround him with some weapons. Though I'm not sold on their receiving core at all. Fryermuth's decent at tight end. They've got at least got a running game, but they got to shore up that offensive line and the receiver core for whoever's quarterback there. But I like that take, Brian. Okay, so Med's dream scenario happened. Now let's give him his worst nightmare. You guys ready for this?
It'll be JJ McCarthy first
The
pick.
McCaskies.
Let's talk about our expectations for the Packers this season. And if you want to slide a little Bears record prediction in there for them too, let's do that. This is going to be wonderful. So we don't have our schedule out. I can tell you guys our opponents. I did this on another show.
Yep.
What do you guys want to go round table style, or you just want to tell me what
baby.
you want to go game by game, or you guys just want to give me your final record?
I'm going final record.
Record
Final.
Record.
Well, all right, Brian.
12-5.
12-5. All right, I'm writing these down. Hold on. All right. I went kind of stupid on the first one. I'm not going to say what I did.
I already know what you did.
I know what you did, Isaac.
It was terrible.
I
All
think
right,
I did the same thing every time.
I think Green Bay.
Refine that.
I think Green Bay would be 13-4.
13-4. Mary, what you got?
I'm gonna change it this time because that was not true. And
Yep.
the Cowboys did sign a running back.
What? Who?
The Cowboys,
Lee?
Royce Freeman.
Oh gosh, him? He's worse than what
Good
they have.
joke.
He might not even make the roster. Just being honest, he's terrible. Oh, Justin checked stats for us.
I feel bad.
I'm loving the comments. It's a
No,
delicious
okay.
snack.
No.
All right,
Okay,
so Mary,
for
what's your prediction?
for
What's the record?
those that do not get it, Med sent me a picture or a gif of poutine the other day
Delicious.
through Twitter or DM text messages. So him and I had a debate over it. That's basically where that started. So originally I did say 14-3, but Isaac's not you said because he knows. I think we get 12 wins. I'm
12 wins.
yeah.
12 wins. All right, Landry, what you got?
I guess I'll just say that Matt LaFleur will get the Packers back up to their signature 13 wins and 13-4.
Med. I'll tell you what, I'll do mine really quick. I'm not going to do 14. I did 14 on the other one. I can't do it. That's not realistic. I do think we're going to hit defense here. I think our young offense will still take a little bit of time to gel. I'm going to go 12-5. But I still think that's going to be. I think we're going to be second behind Detroit, but I think we might go further than them in the playoffs. But we'll see. Med, what's your nightmare scenario? What you got?
It's not really a nightmare. I mean, it's been going on for 30 years, it feels like.
Ongoing nightmare.
I'm a little more conservative whenever it comes there. I can see 12-5.
Mhm.
11-6 would probably no. That's to me. It just feels too low. 12-5, I could see it.
No, that was my problem too. When I looked at our schedule, our opponents, it was hard.
Well, like
It was
Seth,
hard to get to
we're
the
actually
top.
talking a little bit about this, and he really thinks that the NFC North is potentially will be the best NFL division next year. And even though I think AFC North is, but I could see where he's coming from. It's going to be a little closer than most people think.
Just depends on if you guys hit your quarterback, and if Minnesota figures out their quarterback, their defense exceeded expectations last year. Y'all started playing better at the end of last year. If they can support Caleb, the Bears have weapons. They went out and got Swift. If you guys get them another toy or two to play with, and keep
We're
showing
doing
up
the
that
exact opposite thing as what we did for Fields.
It depends on Minnesota too. Like they were a hot mess at quarterback after Cousins went down. So we're gonna find out if they really do this JJ McCarthy thing. Okay. Well, now wait, hold on. I got a fun thing for you guys. Where do you think the Bears end up?
Oh man, that's 12-5.
You got them with the same record. Okay.
No, it's not.
Ryan, where do you think the Bears end up?
At home for the playoffs.
Ooh,
Basically saying the couch.
I see.
7-10 again.
8-9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jason, 8-9.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Yep.
Mary,
8 and 9. I'm feeling confident. Not like very confident, but a little bit.
Landry,
I don't think there's any way they have a winning record, and the Packers are definitely going to beat them twice, so that's at least 2 losses. I mean, 8-9 feels pretty good. You're saying they went 7-10 last year?
Mhm.
yeah. I'm gonna look up
Yeah.
their opponents for this.
I
year
think
for
they'll
y'all.
get a little bit better than that, but who knows?
So the Bears' opponents this year, they face. Come on, Bears website, be better than that. Okay, there you go. Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota. They play the Rams.
That's 1
I
and
think
2.
that's an L.
That's
I
1
think
and 3.
that's 1 and 3. They play Seattle and Jacksonville. 2 and 4. Tennessee, 3 and 4. Carolina, 4 and 4. Patriots, maybe they actually pulled that one out. 5 and 4. Then on the road, that was their home games. On the road, they go to Detroit, that's 5 and 5. They go to Green Bay, that's 5 and 6. I had them winning Minnesota. Let's say they win that one, that's 6 and 6. They play the Cardinals at 7 and 6. Then they play the 49ers, that's a loss, 7 and 7. Texans, that's a loss, 7 and 8. Colts and the Commanders.
Could be a win.
I don't know. Commanders are being pretty good though.
It'll be around 8 and 9 or 9 and 8
I'm
somewhere
gonna
in
go
there.
8-9.
Yeah.
I was thinking 7 and 10, but
I'm not
I'm
so
gonna
sure
go
they
8-9.
beat the Cardinals, but
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Cardinals, but
it depends on which Cardinals teams show up. Are the Cardinals going to
Right.
Cardinal?
Well, the Cardinals need receivers.
They don't have a receiver.
Justin
receiver?
hitting me with some garbage right here. 5 and 12.
I love this. 5 and 12. Love it. Yeah, let's talk to some Bears land.
Like that 5 and 12,
Okay.
Justin.
Okay,
No, I'm
so
not
I
gonna
had,
say who. I'm not gonna say who he's a part of because Isaac knows this. He's a part of Mac, unfortunately, Matt.
Jeez.
so I had 2 fun ideas for you guys for now.
Standing
I had a
ovation.
couple either trivia questions I could hit you with, or if you guys are game, we could do a mock draft right now. You guys want to do a Packer, and we could do. I wanted to do it off the air, but we could do a Packer Bears mock, or just Packers if you guys are game. You want to do one really quick?
Sure.
I zoomed through my Packer one in like 6 minutes the
Let's
other
go.
night. It was fast. So we'll just vote on the teams.
Okay.
I'm going to add the Bears though because they only have 4 picks, unless they trade. Which I do think I'm going to be honest. I think the Bears are one of the most likely teams to trade.
Yeah,
I
we
think the Cardinals are going to too. There's several actually, but
Mhm.
all right, let's do it.
I think the Bears will trade and pick 9 so they
I
can
think
get
they're
multiple picks.
Yeah, they ain't trading. And it depends on how far back they move, but they could get a haul, and they could still go get a Brian if they really want to get a receiver early. A Brian Thomas Jr. like Med said, they could get one late. So, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Minnesota will go 4 and 13. Ouch.
That I
Ouch.
can't agree
And
with.
I love the rating the comments. Not a bad take. It's the Bears. It's the Bears. Okay, hold on 1 second.
I can't
This
wait to
is-
see everyone on my Twitter feed after this.
I'll be nice to you. What do you mean?
This guy is a pet
love-
no.
I absolutely love the reading the comments during the show. It's great.
Nah, trust
Okay,
me,
hold
Cheesehead. Isaac one time tried to get me to say "Go Pack Go," and I said that's not happening.
You just said it.
Technically, yeah.
Technically, did just say it, dude. Look at you. Did it feel good? How did it feel? Did it feel good?
Painful.
He's smiling.
Okay, hold on a second.
You know when you get frustrated, you smile now.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do all 7 rounds. I am gonna pick fast speed because we've already been on for over an hour, and Med's been on forever. He did a show before this, and so we're gonna do fast speed. Okay, Bears are up. Med, you can be our Bears GM.
Oh yay!
Oh no.
Give me
Jamie?
Caleb Williams.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with who I think they're gonna
because-
get.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
the way to
Okay,
go.
you got some trade offers. You could move back
Alright.
to 32, get pick 64, get pick 95, and get a second from KC, which will be a late second round pick next year, and a third. Or you can move to 33, get pick 39, get pick 65, 101, and a third. So you move 24 back, where you're picking up 2 second round picks and the first pick of the third round. And
What's
a
the
fourth.
third offer?
And the third
Yeah,
offer, you move back to 20, you get pick 51, a second next year, and a seventh.
What was the Chiefs one? One more time, please.
The Chiefs one was 32, 64, 95, and a second and a third next year,
I'll take that one.
which doesn't help. You want to do that one? Okay.
I'll take that one. I'll
He's
throw a
moving
wrench
back.
in.
Oh yes, chaos.
Okay, guys.
Hey
we
guys,
got one trade off.
I'm gonna get out of here quick, guys. Is that cool?
Yeah, man. Thanks for
I gotta
coming on.
help get my teenagers to bed.
No, I understand. Thanks for joining, dude. We'll do it again. I'm gonna hop on yours
Yeah.
today. We'll talk. I'll
Thanks
message
for
you
coming.
later.
Sounds good. See you
Thanks,
guys.
dude.
There, dude.
Bye, Brian.
Later.
All right. So we got pick 25. We can move back to 38 and get a first next year. Honestly, that's a great price, but I don't like these 2025s. You guys cool if I reject that? Plus, I see
Yeah, go
players I
ahead.
like. Okay. Cooper DeJean went, but I see Nate Wiggins here and Johnny Newton, Howard Johnson, and Kool-Aid. And Barton.
Ooh.
Who would like me to take Nate Wiggins? Let's vote on it. No trades, just this. I like it. Okay, who wants Nate Wiggins? Does anybody want him, or do you guys want me to go Kool-Aid?
I already traded Justin.
Kool-Aid.
I was like Kool-Aid, yeah.
Who wants Kool-Aid? Landry?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. No.
Or do you guys anybody want Johnny Newton?
I really
Everybody wants
like
Kool-Aid?
Newton,
All right, I'll go
actually.
Kool-Aid. I do too, man.
I still like
Uh,
the Kool-Aid.
I'm actually on Newton. I like Newton. So Jason likes Kool-Aid. Mary likes Kool-Aid. We need a tiebreaker, Med. Kool-Aid or Newton?
You went with Newton?
No. It's you're the tiebreaker.
You're
I
a
like
tiebreaker.
Newton. Yeah, I went Newton.
Shit.
You're the tiebreaker. This is actually really close for me, but I'm mixing it up because I always go Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's a good point. So do I.
I
Well,
think
actually,
y'all
I
need
think
a
I'm like
pass
on-
rush more than anything, so I'd go with Johnny Newton.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, you're up.
Yeah, they're
You can
both
move back to
Kool-Aid.
46. You get a
Well, we
second
can't do
next year.
trades now because of Justin. So reject,
Oh, that's
reject, reject.
okay.
You shouldn't have
Howard
traded to
Johnson.
begin with. You should have just stayed put and
Holy
got
crap.
Dallas Turner.
I should have, but
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It is
your
what
boy
it
was
is.
there, man.
he
Your
was.
boy was there. You
Was.
Dang,
Scroll down
man.
real quick. Right now, I'm looking at JPJ right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd probably go him. Do you want to
I'll
see
just go
receiver?
and get him. Nah,
Okay,
give me
Howard
JPJ.
Johnson. All right, we're up here. No trades. I just want to see what they are. The Packers would so do this trade. They would do this one. But we're going to not do it. Oh, guys, should we take Penix? I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Did Cooper go?
I saw the guy you should take.
No!
Do linebacker.
No! No! Both of my boys went. Landry
My
hates
boy-
Ruben.
My boys
but
are still up there.
Dang
and I'm
it.
excited for them.
Apparently he only meant the Packers. He doesn't
Oh,
care about
okay.
the Bears.
I'm good now.
He
Isaac,
doesn't
did you
care
hear
about the
me?
Bears. Apparently.
I got some picks.
Did you hear me, Isaac?
We're
I
just
said
gonna-
my boys are on there.
I'm not taking Max Melton.
Dang it! No! Stop!
You guys have any guys you like here? Because I have people, but my people win, so I'm kind of mad right now. And Rakestraw.
Haynes,
say
kind of hate
Tampa,
this.
Frazier, Melton.
Oh, Frazier!
Yeah,
Yes!
I'm on. I prefer
Go Max Melton.
Tampa. I like Frazier too, though. Jason, who do you like?
Max Melton.
I like Melton. I'm not sure I like the fact that we'd be picking him this high.
He's oh shoot.
Yeah, I think
that's-
I'd rather wait on Melton for 58 and hope he's there.
yeah.
So I think I'm gonna let's do it between. So if you want Haynes, tell me Haynes. If you want Tampa, let's do between those two and see if anybody wants Frazier. So Landry, give me one name. You want Haynes, Tampa, or Frazier?
Hmm.
I know it's tough, honestly, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
I think I'd go.
Oh man.
We went defensive tackle. I think I'd probably.
Mhm.
Dude, Haynes is one of the best guards in this draft. I like him and BB a lot. He is really good. I'd probably go Tampa just barely. It's close though.
Yeah, I think I
Can't
went
really go wrong
Tampa.
here.
Yeah.
Even my boys went.
Picking the defense.
I would say Tampa.
All right, let's go
Yeah.
Tampa. Heard a consensus. Okay, we're not going to move one back, even though that's good. We're not doing that either. Okay, let's see if our boy's there. Is he there? Is he there?
I think he dropped. I think he went
Ah!
Steelers. Ooh, my
51.
boys are-
Jonathan Brooks just went a running back.
and Zach Frazier.
Well, I
too.
honestly, I'm not going
I
to
could
do
actually
it
see
this
that.
early, but Braylon Allen is here.
Zach Frazier
What?
went too.
What we did? Jonathan Brooks? Oh yeah. To the Cowboys, Texas boy going to back,
I can
staying
see
home.
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Zach
Okay.
Frazier went.
So so far we got defensive tackle and corner. This is where I would love to hit a linebacker
Yeah.
or safety.
But I would also say
I'd be
offense.
down.
Who's there? Who's there for linebackers? Isaac.
You got Peyton
Peyton
Willis.
Wilson.
like-
There you go. That's the pick.
Also Cedric Gray's there.
I think it's
saw
Peyton
that.
Wilson. Yeah, we can wait on safety. I think it's Peyton Wilson. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
I love Cedric Gray, but man, if Peyton Wilson's healthy, he's a beast. Okay, we're gonna just Med, did you want to move two back for a seventh?
I could, but
Reject.
I'll reject it. I'll play fair.
All right, dude. Leonard Taylor's here.
He is.
Chris
and he can
Jenkins.
stay there. Hit
Oh no.
hit defense for me real quick.
You got Taylor, Kinchins, Jenkins, Fisk, the safety Dorless, Carson, Junior Colson. This is a guy the Packers scouted, Nealand. I know they like him.
Mhm.
Cole Bishop. Anybody stand out to you?
Scroll back up and give me Dorless from Oregon.
They like
Ooh.
they like Colston too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bears are back up. That's garbage. That is wow. That was a terrible garbage.
We're in round 3 right now.
I know I declined for you. So you have gotten Caleb Powers Johnson, Caleb Williams Powers Johnson, and Dorless. Do you want to see?
Okay.
This is everybody. It's all defense again. Then McMillan, Devontae Walker, Shipley. Those are the top offensive guys.
Give me Tez Walker. Receiver, UNC.
Devontae Walker. There we go.
Yep.
You cut out for a second. There we go. Oh, Rosengarten went. Okay, Packers are back up. We're not gonna do. I bet they would entertain that stupid trade, but we're not going to do it. All right, guys. This is the time that we could start thinking about this. We got 2 picks.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
know I know we've got a split decision here on Braylon Allen. I don't think I would do it with this first pick. Did we hit linebacker? Yeah, we just hit Peyton
Cedric Gray
Wilson.
went.
We have not.
Cedric Gray to the 49ers.
Where do you go?
He went to the
eye.
49ers after.
1 pick later, yeah. Okay, so we got 2 picks almost in a row here. I'm thinking I just want to look at safety really quick.
Mhm.
Demerson and Hicks. We're kind of losing depth on safety quick.
Yeah.
Top guys here: Drain, Mason Smith, Blake Corum. I love Jeremiah Trotter. DJ James, if we want to keep doubling down on corner. Dwayne Carter or Braylon Allen are the top guys. Or we could hit offensive line here and go Pooney. Because offensive line, unfortunately, kind of drops off. You see how it's like
Yeah.
25 spots. Center, Bortoloni, he might be there in the 4th, or Blake Fisher.
Do, yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
depth.
Do
Any thoughts here,
Wisconsin.
Oh, you like the Wisconsin guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would do that.
What's our next
Oh,
pick? 91.
Bartoloni. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, Bortoloni, yeah.
You guys all good with that? Landry, you
Yep.
good?
I'm not sure I would take him this early, but I'm fine with whatever you guys want.
Whoa. Yeah, we'll mix it up. Let's hit offensive line. Because I don't think I like Pooney. That'd be the other guy I would consider here. All right, we'll try it. Okay, 91.
Oh, Braylon Allen at this point.
I knew we would.
What's funny is I was actually considering taking Braylon Allen, but because we got a split decision, I was going to kind of move away from Braylon Allen.
Mm.
I'm not really on Blake Corum. I'm kind of thinking we wait and we try to get a Bucky Irving or Estime if we take
Yeah.
one in the 4th. If you guys are
Also,
cool, because I'm not a
Packers-
big Blake Corum guy.
Packers also
Where did
brought
Allen
in
go?
Davis.
Braylon Allen just went to
Yes,
Arizona. one
If you ask
pick
me,
early.
the top running back in the class is still on the board, and he's
Mhm.
none of the guys you mentioned.
Yep. Packers brought in Ray Davis too.
We
That's
like-
another one.
Jalen
And
Wright.
Med likes
is-
this kid, so let's just. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Oh,
Jalen Wright
kid
is
from
so low on this
Tennessee?
one. I like him too. That's funny.
They really ranked
of
him
all
low.
these
I'm not
guys-
sure how he's below all those guys.
These
And he's a burner.
These are my
Yeah.
these are my 3 favorite of the running backs, and they're the 5th, 6th, and
Yeah.
7th guys. I like these 3
Yeah.
right here.
That's crazy.
So let's wait.
I'm
Let's
not
wait
a
on
huge
running
fan
back.
of Davis because of the age, but I do like Lloyd.
Or
I
Marshawn
do like
Lloyd.
Lloyd. I feel like
Yeah.
was
I
great.
think
He
Lloyd
was
is
even better
actually
in-
a sleeper here, man. I like
Yeah.
this kid, but I think we can get him because our next pick is we
It's
got
a while.
126. Let's just gamble. Let's gamble and hope
Yeah.
he's there.
I
He's
still
supposed to
wouldn't
be there.
take any yet.
No,
If,
But,
if a
okay,
good
so
one
all
falls
of our
to
picks
26, I'd consider
are-
it.
we took Newton, Tampa, Wilson, Bortoloni, so we really could use a safety, but we
Mhm.
could wait. Let's just see. I don't think there's a safety I love here. I hate reaching for guys. I just don't like doing it. We just did it with Bortoloni. We
Is
took him early
Hicks
because
still on the
As
board?
like I said, you just did it.
I just did it because I was worried he wouldn't last. I wanted to do it at 91, but I was worried he wouldn't last 126. Landry, who?
Hicks, Jalen Hicks,
He's
Jaden.
right
He is
there.
there.
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah, the top 2 guys I kind of like. I'd probably go
You know what?
Hicks over
Let's
each.
do it. Let's do it. We can't get our running back now, anyways. We're not gonna do our running back. So, Med is up. Okay, Med. What pick is this? This is pick 95.
95.
You have taken Caleb Williams, Powers Johnson, Dorless, and Devontae Walker. You get 2 more picks because you traded down. Who do you like?
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Good pick. I almost did that, honestly. We hit linebacker once.
I was hoping you would take Trotter, Isaac.
I almost did, man. If we hadn't taken Peyton Wilson, I was considering it. I'm trying to hit. We hit the cool thing here, though, is we hit every level of our defense except pass rusher now, and he could actually help with that. So that's good. All right, Mad, you're back up.
Go
Got a
running
tight
back,
end?
please.
Got Jeremiah Burton too. Nice.
I see
Running
that. Jermaine
backs.
Burton, yeah.
sir.
Are you
All right.
taking
Got-
Estime, Ned?
Is
He's
Estime
gone.
there? He's gone. That's okay.
Estimate went. Wait, hold on. Did he? Where did he go? Yep, he went in the 3rd, actually. Wow.
Washington.
Like 100.
Yeah. I would have actually
Wow.
went with Estime if he was still here. But I'll get the other guy that I'm really big on Marshawn Lloyd, but I'm even bigger on Ray Davis. I mean, if he had 1,000 yards and
Oh,
he had 1,000-yard season with Vanderbilt. If you're having 1,000-yard season at Vanderbilt, that's telling you a lot.
I think it may have frozen on me.
True.
It's not. Oh wait, hold on. There it is.
I
Never
broke
mind.
the internet.
You're good.
I did that the other day. I double clicked it.
You
All right, let's
did.
see what we got. Luke McCaffrey's gone, and Bo Lim are two guys are sleepers that I like. But I
Mhm.
think if we are going to go running back, this is it, or we're not going to get one. I'd vote Marshawn Lloyd, but Lander, you got a pitch for Jalen right here?
Yeah, can do a little bit of everything, and he's got the home run speed, which a lot of guys in this class don't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Lloyd does a fair amount as well. I just don't really like his vision. I think Wright has better vision than Lloyd. It's kind of the tiebreaker for me.
Interesting. You
The
know, I'm
only
going to be
thing I
honest. I
say
think I
Wright.
had Wright. I think I had Wright higher in my running back list, so I'll go Wright too. Actually,
Yeah. I'm going right.
Lloyd's a sleeper for me, but I liked. I listed Wright. I've done a lot of videos over the last 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure I'd Wright higher, so I'll go Wright as well.
Yep.
Go right.
Okay, we're going Jalen Wright. I think the Bears. Did you have one more, man? Or are you done?
No, I don't. I'm
I
just
think
sitting
they're
here
done.
watching. I'm
Yeah.
a spectator now.
Spectator. Ooh, Tyke Smith. Let's see. I just got to see if my safety fell. Hold on. Dang it, man! Somebody else must have liked him too. Yeah, he's gone. Oladapo. And the Packers like him. I know they do. I don't know where he went. Wow, 151.
Oh, he already went?
Yeah, I think he's moving up into the fifth, higher in the fifth now. He may end up being
Yeah.
a 4th round pick.
Oh, you're
But
talking about
Fawcett is
Kitson
done.
Oladipo?
Yeah, from Oregon State. Yeah.
No, he's
Yep.
a gamer.
I like him. I
Trying
really
to be
like him. I think he
sneaky.
could be a solid safety for us. So we've got
His
Newton
sneakiness
corner.
didn't work,
We
Matt.
got Tampa at corner. We got Wilson linebacker.
He got
Bortolini,
caught.
Hicks, right. We probably need to take offensive line. Ooh, Foster's there. He won't be there with our next pick. It's probably got to be him. Yeah. You guys good with
Yeah,
Foster
I'm
here?
fine with that.
Tag him.
Yep.
Lander, you good?
Yep.
We know they're going to go offensive lineman late. Okay,
Mhm.
let's go back.
They sure are.
And
They find gems in the
Pick 2 and
7th round,
2.
6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody available. There's a defensive tackle, tight end, safety. Any positions you guys wanted me to show you? You guys want to see? I
Could
like
look at
this
edge,
guy.
I guess, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we
Yeah,
there's
didn't hit
anything
it.
on
That's
there.
true.
Yeah.
Miles Cole,
Gabriel Murphy is
Caesar.
still there.
Like him. Think we should go him now, or do you think we can get him with 219?
I really don't know. I haven't. Yeah, I didn't really know. I
Tell you what.
figured he was going to be
I
picked
think you
before
can
this.
get
I didn't
Gabriel.
realize he was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
late
You know,
round guy.
we lost some guys early because we lost a couple guys earlier. Let's just take them because I don't want them to not
Yeah.
be there. Let's do it.
Yeah, take him
I haven't
down.
gotten him in a draft yet. I like it. Okay, 219. I think they're going to get another offensive lineman. Let's just see what's there. Nathan Thomas is there. Frank Crum is someone I always snag. Lumiere is
Yeah.
gone. Pines is there. And Charles Turner. We did take a center, though. We did not get a guard, did we? You know, he could move. We took a tackle and a center. We lost 2 tackles. Do you guys
Right.
like, if we went offensive line here, do you guys like Turner, Pines, or Thomas, or anybody else? Any sway one way or the other? Med?
Go
any
receiver.
Thoughts? Ooh, go receiver.
Is this our last pick?
Who are we going?
Oh no, we
I
have more
don't
picks.
No,
this is-
we've actually
Yeah.
got 2 more after this. We got
Oh,
pick
okay.
245 and 255. Oh, hey, there's Vaki, the guy he was asking about. That's funny.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me look at receiver really quick. Oh, your boy Gold is there. Is this the guy you like?
Yeah.
Rice is not there, is he?
Hey, well, we'll take him. Say that one more time.
What?
Is Rice there?
No.
He's probably gone. Let me see.
Nope. He must have went. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
I don't expect him to last this long. But
New. He's gone. Top guys are Smith, Cephas, Isaiah Williams, Griffin, and then Gold at receiver. We do tend to like late round receivers.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Let's look. I think they're going to take an offensive lineman here. They love doing
do too.
this. You guys good if we need to get a guard. You guys good if I go Pines here?
Sure.
Go for it.
Let's do it. Okay, we got two more, 245, and then 255, 245. Let's see what's here. Okay, Damani Richardson, Anderson, John Edwards, Ryan Watts, Bailey, DeBerry. That's a cool name. Bradley, Shepard. They're not taking a quarterback. Let's try to get her boy. Let's see if he's there. Gold's there. We're going to take him. And then one last pick. Caesar just went. Any positions you guys want me to hit that we didn't hit? We really did not address. We really didn't hit edge till late, and we hit safety kind of late. Oh no, we hit safety in the third. We hit every level of the defense. We could back one of these spots up. So we've kind of hit. We've hit 3 offensive linemen. You guys want me to look at defense?
Let's have fun with it and take a punter to give Wayland some competition.
You or kicker. Kicker.
All right,
would be
there we
fun
go. I have not done this in a mock draft yet. I have not scouted any punters. Landry, have you scouted any?
No, I generally don't scout special teams.
There's a guy from Iowa if he's there.
Taylor, fine. There we go. All right, Med.
Was he
you had a
there?
killer
Was he there,
mock,
Isaac?
dude. Good stuff, man. Yeah, I took him for
Thank you.
So
The new
all right,
GM of the
Bears,
Chicago
Med, you wanna-
Bears, Med.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Caleb Williams, I'm a bigger fan of Jaden Daniels. Tez Walker, I think, will give us a home run threat in the slot, especially with, another one that's about the same size, a little bit taller than DJ Moore. Jeremiah Trotter was kind of an iffy pick, but when you have someone that talented in that position, you got to kind of go with them. Jackson Powers Johnson can play center or guard. He'll probably play, I think, he would probably be the center because we had Cody Whitehair leave. Brandon Dorless fills a position of need, in my opinion, as far as having him as an edge rusher. And Ray Davis is probably one of the guys I consider a true sleeper in this draft. Whoever's going to get him will get a decent running back.
Good Jeremiah Trotter Jr. pick. I almost did it if we hadn't taken Peyton Wilson. All right, and the Packers. Johnny Newton at pick 25, defensive tackle for Illinois. 41, TJ Tampa, cornerback from Iowa State. Linebacker at pick 58, Peyton Wilson from North Carolina State. 88, Tanner Bortoloni, center from Wisconsin. We had to get a Wisconsin guy. You can't have a Packers draft with a Wisconsin boy. Safety, Jaden Hicks, safety from Washington State. Pick 126, Jalen Wright, running back from Tennessee. Pick 169, offensive tackle, Javon Foster from Missouri. Pick 202, edge rusher from UCLA, Gabriel Murphy. Pick 219, Prince Pines, guard from Tulane. And in the 7th round, Anthony Gold from Mary, receiver from Oregon State. And for Jason Punter, Torrey Taylor from Iowa.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, don't show. Don't show him this.
Yeah.
That was
no,
fun,
no,
guys.
no.
All right, let's
Do
close with some thoughts, and then I've got a proposal for everybody off the air in a few minutes. All right, I'm going to let the honored guest, Landry, dude, I had a blast having you on. If we get a chance to do this again before the draft, I'd be so game. If you want me to hop on yours, or you want to hop back on again. But
Absolutely.
any closing draft thoughts for the Packers since we're barely over a week away?
Yeah, I'm excited for the draft. Yeah, it should be fun just to get there at this point. About done with scouting. I'm ready for the real thing. And I play Dynasty Fantasy Football too, and so I'm excited to see where some of those skill positions go for my rookie draft coming up.
Fantasy?
I do.
My last episode was. Then we're actually starting.
My last episode was actually my Dynasty tiered rookie rankings, so I deviated slightly from my normal Packers talk, just because I've been scouting a lot more for Dynasty, honestly, than I have for the Packers. But yeah, excited.
We're actually going to start a dynasty. Jason's eyes perked too. I can tell. We're starting a dynasty league. I'll talk to you about
Okay.
that. Where we're going to start it. I've never, and you know what's funny is I've done fantasy for this will be year 27. I've done it since '98, so 26 years, 27 years. I've never done dynasty. I've thought about it for the last few, so I'm excited. And we do have a few spots opening, so we'll talk about it off the air. And then really quick, one more time, we're up to almost 90 viewers. Thank you everybody for watching. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find your show again and all the stuff you cover?
Yeah, basically a lot of Packer stuff. I try to cover the Packers every week. I release an episode every week throughout the off season. There are definitely different points where it's difficult to find topics, and so I'm definitely open for anyone to give me something they want me to talk about. Feel free to let me know. But yeah, right now, lately it's been draft. Before that, it was free agency. But you can find me pretty much everywhere you get your podcasts. I'm on YouTube, and of course, here on X at cheeseheads_W, and Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well.
Cool, man. Thank you. Also, I don't know if you're doing draft coverage, but if you want to hop on for when the Packers do their pick, that'd be awesome.
He does that.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Landry, I just DM'd you about that. Thanks, Isaac, for freaking.
Oh, I jumped on your parade. So yeah, if you want to
Of
hop on
course
when me and
he is.
Mary are doing our draft coverage, yeah. Mary already asked you. I'm not asking you. Mary did.
I was
Mary,
about
that
to
was
get to
awesome. That you were on that before I even got to say it. I love it.
No, I was literally just DMing him for day
Jason-
3. Silly.
Oh, dude, nice. I haven't announced if I'm doing day 3 yet. I'll do it at the end. Jason, any closing draft thoughts and anything else?
Closing draft thoughts, man. I just hope Green Bay just lands everybody that they need to get. Safety, corner, linebacker, lineman, defensive lineman, So I just hope they hit everything.
Yes.
So
11
Yeah,
picks,
I mean,
yeah.
a lot of confidence
You're
in,
good, man.
in our GM, so I think we'll be fine.
As long as
Yeah,
he hits
we're
one
in
of
good
these
hands with
third-round
Goody.
picks for once, right? Especially with 2 third-rounders. If he can get one of those this year, that's his one kryptonite. I hope he can pull it off. But I agree with you, dude. I like Goots. His late-round gems that he's been landing have really been helping us. So if there's one this year that he finds, that's going to be huge. Mary,
What?
any closing thoughts or anything else you want to add?
Oh, I was literally just trying to find that picture. Thank you so much, Isaac. I forgot it. I don't know where it is right now. Oh, so much stuff is going on right now in my mind. That's why I'm in. Can you remove the comment? Isaac, that's for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh.
I usually have to
Computer's
tell
also being really slow, so I clicked it.
I know, so is mine. For some reason. So I want to say, I did not say this publicly. Thank you so much, Med, for making the logo. And I'm so excited for you to make the intro.
Yeah.
So freaking excited to watch it. I tweeted that out recently. Oh, okay. I don't have a list of shows yet because it's a lot of work. So let's do this. Thursday night, I forgot to say this in the opener. Thursday night is Draft Utopia. Draft talk. We're probably going to talk about.
Me and Matt are going to miss that, unfortunately.
We're probably going to do a mock draft. Final one of the season. Final one of mock draft, maybe.
Ooh.
Unless if we do something on Saturday.
Nice.
Unless we do something on Saturday. Isaac, that's for you.
Very cool.
Friday, I'm hopping on
I haven't
one of
decided.
Isaac's shows,
I
possibly.
prefer to be
I'm
rested.
excited. What?
I'd prefer to be rested for Sunday and not be a
Yeah,
zombie,
that's fine.
but we'll see.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that was Friday's night, anyways. Saturday, unsure of. Next week, draft night. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You'll see Isaac with me on day 1. Day 2 is Angry, my co-host. Day 3 is Justin, who was trolling Med all night in the comments.
I love it.
You guys are all welcome. I know Isaac knows that already. You guys are all welcome to join us. We're going to need as much help as we can get. Because you guys might see Zombie Mary that
We
day,
wanna get-
especially day 3. After draft.
I may not
am
even do a
hopping
show
on Bengal.
Tuesday. I'd like to, but ooh,
Okay.
nice.
After draft, I'm going to be hopping
Yeah.
on a Bengals show to talk Packers picks. And then first week of May, it's going to be Jimmy Christensen, Game on Wisconsin. Second week, Urinating Tree, the most famous one. Well, not the most famous one. And then we're going to be taking off into June, we think. It's just way too busy in between those shows. July. I know 2 of you guys messaged me about the show today, so this is kind of funny that I'm bringing it up now. We are having NFL Fan of the Year Tom Grossi on, and I know Isaac and Jason both asked me, and you guys are both joining me. Oh, you can find us at Mac Podcast 365. We are on the road to 70 subscribers. We just hit 60 yesterday, I think. I don't know. And I am a part of Podcast Boys now with the wonderful Isaac and the wonderful Med. Oh, man. And you guys can find Podcast Boys anywhere on Podcast Boys Twitter, TikTok. TikTok is Podcast Boys 43. I have it up on my computer for once.
There you go. That guy's wonderful. Oh, there he is. Boom. That one.
Jason.
Yeah.
Ned, you want to tell everybody about shots? I didn't do in the middle. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. No, you're doing your thing, bro. So Med Smith, do shots
You're in
from
the
the
middle of a
sideline.
take, so I was trying to. Sorry. Normally I would.
Oh, you're good. You want me to go ahead and start over again?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good. Med with shots from the sidelines. I am a Bears fan, but I actually do a full NFL podcast. I talk about every team's. In fact, really and truthfully, what y'all were talking about being in good hands with your GM, I actually rated y'all with an A+. We were actually doing in the last 3 years, looking back at some of the teams, I got some A's, there's some F's, and one of the teams I got it, of course, was the Patriots, and of course Pete hated that, but it's all good. It's all gravy. Anyway, you can find me on Shots from the Sidelines. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. In fact, I am probably, and I joke about this with everyone else that's a Packers fan that knows me personally, that I am probably the only Bear fan that has half of his Twitter filled with Packers. And it's A-okay with me. If you can stomach me, I'm good with it. So
That's awesome.
All right, and I'm Isaac, host of Fun Football, and we'll be doing. Me and Med will be hopping on Entertainment Man on Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right, Med? What time is it at?
8 p.m. Eastern.
I'm 95% sure on that. Don't quote me. Anyways, that's our buddy Chris. Be on the web media. We'll be hopping on there. Friday night, we don't know exactly what we're doing yet, but we're gonna have a show at 9 p.m. We'll figure it out. Hopefully, most likely. But we do have our big 8-man mock draft this Sunday. Come check it out. Us, so Fun Football Pod, Med, Shots from the Sideline, our baby show, is being represented with Blitz.
The love child. Just call it what it is. When the Blitz hits the fan, it's our love child.
Blitz hits the fan. It's a baby show. Seth is going to be on. My dad's going to be on. Link from American Football Network is going to be on. Pete from Foxborough Fellas will be on, and Vegas Benchwarmers. 5 different shows will be represented. Come join us at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be awesome. We're going to have a blast. We're doing all 3 rounds. We might just do it live because we got to practice last weekend, and I think we can knock that whole thing out in 2 hours. But at least the first round will be live. Come join us, leave some comments, bring some popcorn. You're going to need it. It's going to be legit. And then next week on Tuesday, I'll probably do a short draft preview. Short. And then me and Mary will be doing the first round of the draft. And then I will be seeing Bill in person on Saturday for the rounds 4 through 7. We'll be doing a live recap show. We'll hit round 4. And then one more recap with Med. And then I'm going to go dark. I'll hop on Brian's show. I'll hop on
Not
Mary.
true.
Me and Med will be doing some pre-recordings. It'll be fun. But we'll be doing some pre-recordings in May. And then we'll both be back with live shows and some new formats and stuff for y'all in August. So enjoy this stuff now because we're going to be gone soon. So
Isaac, that's
Yep.
not all true. He's coming
we're
back
coming
in
back.
July. He's coming back in July for the Tom Grossi episode.
Yeah.
Is what he didn't say.
no surprise.
And then he's going back
Yeah.
on break.
I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I may not come back to like late August. We'll see how school goes. But anyways, everybody watching, you guys rock. Thank you. We were up to almost 100 people watching. Thank you. Landry, thank you for joining us, dude. I had a blast.
Thanks, dude.
Med, thanks for coming on after your show. Jason, as always, and Mary, thank you guys. And if you'd like to hop on Fun Football or you have any ideas for the show, email funfootballpodcast@gmail.com or leave comments here. And you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok primarily. I did meet somebody on Instagram, a new podcaster, but yeah, I'm not really on there. So check all those out. Check all the stuff coming out over the next week and a half, 2 weeks, 2 more weeks, and then we're on hiatus before May. So check out all the new stuff. And I'm excited for the draft. And my closing thought is please don't take a tackle in the first round. That's my closing thought. And we will see you again on Friday night. Thanks, guys. Click the button like 3 times. Click. It's not good. My internet's so bad. Click.